host, Andre Huey. And from time to time, we do have special interviews with special guests. And on this edition, we have a woman who is an entrepreneur, a pastor, a leader in her own right. And she's about to tell us about an exciting event that's upcoming for women entrepreneurs. She is Deigedra Richardson. She is from Richardson Business Services, and she's here to talk about an entrepreneurship conference for women. And I understand it's for women entrepreneurs.
Yes, it's for women entrepreneurs. It's a 3-day conference for women, and it's held from the 29th to the 31st of March. On the 29th, we are going to have an empowerment session. With this empowerment session, we are going to have two speakers. One will be presenting on overcoming obstacles and processing pain. And then on the Saturday, it's a building business session because that's the Entrepreneurs Summit. So in the morning, we talk money. We'll be focusing on investing, funding, and retirement.
And this is on the Saturday.
That's the Saturday.
Right.
Then we break for lunch. We have 30-minute networking. Then we have a training on leadership, leading with empathy. And to close out that Saturday session, we have a presentation on from bitter to better.
So you're talking about from the morning right down into the evening. So it's
Yes,
almost a whole day basically.
it's a whole day.
Right.
From 9:30 in the morning to about 4:30. Lunch is included. And on the Sunday, we have a celebration for the entrepreneurs at 9:30 a.m. in the morning. Our speaker is going to be Pastor Roxanne Cupid Isaac from Tortola. And then in the evening, we bring down the curtains with prophetic activation. We're going to have time for worship, time for praise, dance, and prayer. Praying for the entrepreneur, praying for the business, praying for the workers in that organization, as well as the suppliers and subcontractors. We want to pray for the stakeholders, and then we speak life into our businesses.
So it's combining the spiritual with the natural, the
Yes,
spiritual aspect of it as well.
yes.
Right. Now, I guess the question would be why women entrepreneurs? Why not have a conference for entrepreneurs in general?
Women, because we want to focus on something that affects women, the emotion. When something happens, the first thing we do, our emotion kick in. So we want to be able to manage our emotions. And one of the things I realize that sometimes women go through things in life, and what we do, we either suppress it, we tuck it to the back of our minds. That's what we think. We archive it in the subconscious. And as we are leading, sometimes you have automatic actions and responses. We wonder, why did I say that? Why did I do that? It's stemmed from a past experience. So if we take that journey on that weekend, looking at things that you have dealt with, let's overcome them. Then we process the pain. That's the Friday night. So you already start Saturday with a clear mind because things that were affecting you emotionally, you have been trained on how to handle those, how to evaluate them, how to look at them, take the negative, turn it for something positive, and use it as an inspiration tool.
Right.
So by the time you show up Saturday morning in high gear, you're ready to just open your mind in that atmosphere for a chance for innovative thinking, a chance for focused thinking, a time for reflection, for interacting with persons, networking, collaboration. It just gets exciting in the room.
Right. Right. Well, that sounds exciting. So I guess then most women or only women who can attend.
Women,
Yes. So
women,
not the men
women,
that weekend.
women. Men deal with things different to women. We tend to just deal with the emotion part and we get to work up. You ever realize when something happened, a man would just pick out the situation and you're like, okay, that, and he got it. A woman, and we start going, we cry, we carry on before we could even begin to analyze what happened.
Right. Right.
So we want to be able to bring that emotion under control because if we are leading people and if we are struggling, we can't be an effective leader.
Yeah.
It's okay to be a confident woman in your profession, but that's only one aspect of the individual. You want to be able to stand tall in every area and every aspect of your life. That's how you lead with confidence.
Right. So basically, women who participate in this will have the tools they need to
Yes,
lead with confidence, essentially.
yes, yes, and to build their team.
Yeah.
Because do you know, people do business with us because of the experience.
Mhm.
So suppose a woman is going through a situation and she shows up on the job and she just decides to have an outburst and carry on. That may be a time when a potential investor comes in. Bam, she missed that opportunity
Mhm.
because of what she displayed. But when you control your emotions, you're in charge.
Mhm.
And then you decide how you're going to behave, how you're going to respond, how you're going to react. And all of this, you empower your team
Yeah.
because they are persons who show up to work and they're going through stuff too. So if you offload on them, it
Mhm.
makes it worse. We don't even know who around us is suicidal.
Yeah.
So every opportunity is about building empowerment and impacting lives.
Why is it important for you to merge the spiritual with the the business, the business aspect,
Okay,
as you're doing in this
yes,
conference?
because one, I'm not only the CEO for Richardson's Business Services,
Mhm.
but I'm also a pastor of the
Okay.
same church, Covenant Remnant Fellowship Ministries. One of the things I realize there is an issue with the transformation stage of it. Because if you're going through a situation and you're not transformed, the habits are going to be repeated. You're looking for different results, but you're still doing the same thing. It's like walking with a handbag and you put down the handbag because you're accustomed to have your hand in this position. You find yourself doing it, but you don't have the bag, but you're still doing it. But when we transform, we look at things at a different perspective. And as we look at it with a different perspective, we begin to see new ways to do the same thing, right? So it's basically intertwining the spiritual and the physical because I found out when I stand in that space, it's my home zone and creativity flows. I am more happy, I'm excited,
Mhm.
and the passion that fuels what I was born to do
Mhm.
becomes my reality.
Wow, that's a really nice way to put it. So, I want you to tell our viewers how they can be part, how women who want to be a part of this conference, they're excited about what they're hearing. How can they register? What does it cost? And how can they be part of this?
Women who are desirous to be there, those women who decide, okay, I want to move forward and be confident, they can register via Facebook, Richardson's Business Services, or Deigedra Richardson, or Covenant Remnant Fellowship Ministries, or they can message me privately, 664-4103, and I can send them the link.
Okay.
It also gives them the opportunity if they have a question, they can just interact. I can do a 5 minutes coaching for free. That's
Mhm.
fine.
Okay. All right. So basically, they'll just need to touch base with you personally, and then you
Or,
will, or they could go on the Facebook page
yes,
and
please,
register from there.
and get the link to register.
All right. Now, what would you tell someone, other than what we discussed earlier,
Mhm.
if if they ask you the question, what am I going to gain from being a part of this conference? What would you tell them?
One of the things that persons are going to gain from this, one, when you show up in an entrepreneur summit, is networking, collaborating, and also it gives you an opportunity to be visible. You would be able to know how to evaluate your pain because in life we can escape it.
Mhm.
Things are going to happen, negative things. But what happens is how we deal with the negative things. So they would come out being empowered with new and fresh perspective. Also, they would be able to know, okay, I'm empowered, I can pay it forward. Because oftentimes these persons know persons who are going through what they have been through or were going through, and they're able to help them just by being in the room. They're taking up for their business, for themselves, and to share with someone else. So it's about paying it
So paying
forward
it forward.
and making a positive impact on humanity.
Hmm.
It's not about reaching everybody, but if we reach one person and
Hmm.
that one person reach another person, we are making impact in a small space, but it's going to be enlarged.
And you spoke also that there's going to be time earmarked for networking. That is
Yes.
obviously very important in
Yes.
business, the opportunity to network. How vital is this to the conference and to the participants?
Okay, two things that is going to happen. Networking, it gives you an opportunity to showcase what you offer in terms of your services as well as products.
Hmm.
So if you have business cards, flyers, they can bring them to the event.
Hmm.
Also, it's a good opportunity when you interact, you build relationship. Because suppose I interact with a plumber, right? The plumber may not be able to fix the car, but the plumber knows someone who could fix the car.
Hmm.
So as you network, it broadens the scope of persons that you can reach and get in contact with. So it's important to come to these sessions, you network, you strengthen your business, you collaborate, and here you find persons would be able to see what you have.
Mm.
And you may even be inspired to do more and
Right,
to add more to
right,
your business.
right. Sounds exciting. So we're almost out of time. So what I want you to do is again just run through what's happening on that weekend, weekend of March 29th, which actually incidentally is Good Friday.
Yes, Easter weekend.
Easter
Yes.
weekend, right? Just walk through us what's going to be happening, where it's happening, the time, and again how people can register.
Okay, on the 29th of March is Women Empowerment, and the venue is Covenant Remnant Fellowship Ministries on Pond Road. It starts at 4:30. On Saturday, it's the business building session because that's when we have the Entrepreneur Summit. That's going to be at the Chamber of Industry and Commerce, 9:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. And on the Sunday, it's going to be at Covenant Remnant Fellowship, 9 o'clock in the morning and then 6:30 in the evening. For all of this, there is a small investment
Hmm.
of 125 US dollars. Persons can register by Facebook, clicking the link at Covenant Remnant Fellowship Ministries, Richardson's Business Services, or Deigedra Richardson. They can also send me a WhatsApp. My number is 1-869-664-4103.
All right. We still have some more time, so let's talk quickly about some of the things that and again, this conference is for women entrepreneurs.
Yes, please.
What are some of the challenges that women business people go through that makes this conference vital at this time for them? And maybe challenges that are different to what males may face in the workplace, in the marketplace.
I think one of the challenges that women face is dealing with rejection because rejections hinder and it prevents you from being a good team player. There's a lack of trust, and because there's a lack of trust, sometimes you would hear a person say, well, she don't even want to be a part of the team. It's not that she don't want to be a part of the team, she don't trust you to be a part of the team. So the rejection, the abandonment, those affect women how we lead. So if we are able to deal with them, and sometimes persons have trauma from childhood,
Hmm.
it's not dealt with.
Right.
They show up in the workspace, and the persons expect them to just fit in, to be normal, and to blend in. It doesn't work because they are suppressing so much things. But what I would say to persons, if you have been traumatized, it's important to see a medical expert. If you have seen the medical expert and you're at a stage and you say, well, okay, I want to move on, I think I'm ready to make something different of my life, that's where transformation comes in. So you deal with a transformation coach and we help you to process what you are dealing with and we take you from where you are to where you desire to be.
Right. Right. So before we leave, I just want you to look at the camera and tell the viewers who are watching, especially the women, why they need to be at your conference on the 29th of March, that Easter weekend.
Ladies, show up and shine. Be that confident woman, not just in your profession, but every area of your life. The people you lead, even your children, if they realize that you are confident, it empowers them to be confident. And do you know, sometimes we don't realize our children are looking. They are listening to what we are saying, but they are focusing exactly how mommy responds. How confident do you want your children to be? How confident do you want your team to be? And how confident do you want to be owning your space in this world? The impact you desire to make on humanity. It starts now with just one click. Register, attend the conference, and don't just come. It's not about taking your money, it's more than that. It's empowerment so that you would be able to have the ripple effect, empowering the people whose life you're going to come in contact with. So participate, network, and as you do that, take something positive, that positive nugget that I am the woman I was created to be. and I will shine because this is my time. It's more for 2024.
Well, you said it better than anyone who could say it, including me. Thank you very much, Deidre, for being here and talking about your conference. We certainly look forward to it, and I certainly look forward to hearing more about
Thank
what
you.
transpires. So this is how we end our special interview for today. I'm Andre Huey. Our guest was Deidre Richardson of Richardson Business Services, speaking about the entrepreneurial business women entrepreneurial conference that's coming up on the weekend of March 29th. Thank you for watching.